Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you guys can see by the title, today's video is going to be a story time. This is my very first story time on my channel, and today, actually, background or whatever, in case you guys didn't know, today makes a whole exact year since I have started YouTube. And so I just wanted to do something pretty much special for me and also for like my real subscribers and real supporters and stuff. I wanted to do a story time on exactly why I decided to start a YouTube channel, because I don't know, like I really love talking about why I started, because I know for a fact the reason why I started isn't because of the monetary value of it. Is because it's something I've always wanted to do as a child. I really feel like it's a very inspiring story, honestly, and for anyone that is thinking about starting YouTube, or you know, just that is just very creative and stuff. I really feel like it's something that you could definitely learn from. I'm going to start into the story. So basically, I don't really know exact what year or what age I was or anything when it first started, but as a child, generally speaking, I always knew that I was meant to be somebody important, somebody inspiring. I just knew it. It's just like when you know you're meant to do something, you can literally feel it. And I felt it at a very early age. It started when I was in elementary, and background story about me, and I actually touched on this a little bit in one of my other videos, is that I was a very disclosed child. I was very shy, very well reserved, and I didn't really talk much. A lot of it had to do with just the fact that I just wanted to kind of like sit around and just observe things. And I always took a lot of time to myself. You know, anytime that I was feeling sad or anything for just different situations, I would always want to be to myself. So I think a lot of that has to do with how come I knew at an early age exactly like what it was that I was meant to do. Another thing is that when I was a child, I always wanted to be a singer. For like literally like most of my childhood, I wanted to become a singer because I just love to sing. I still do love to sing, and I'm gonna get straight and all into that because that could be a different story time if you guys want to know more about that. Me and my cousin, back when I was like in 5th grade, 6th, 7th grade, something like that, we actually did we didn't do it, but we wanted to make a YouTube channel on basically us singing covers to our favorite songs at the time and stuff like that. But we had never done it because we were shy and just didn't know how it would come out, you know. That right there should tell you that I always, like I said, I always wanted to do something that had to do with YouTube or just be in the spotlight. As far as like with the beauty part, because y'all know, of course you guys know by now that my channel is solely based upon beauty and fashion and stuff like that. I was a child, and like I said, I'm not gonna go into deep detail about everything, but I'm just kind of gonna lead up into me starting a YouTube channel. So when I was a child, of course, I'm not going to say every girl because I don't like to speak for everyone, but I can definitely speak for most girls. Most girls, they like makeup at a very early age, but of course you're too young to wear it. So back when I was in elementary, I was watching like makeup tutorials. Like back when I knew for a fact I was too young to be wearing it, I would always watch because it just fascinated me. It was so satisfying. I didn't have any social media, so I just watched YouTube, you know, like on a desktop around your house or whatever. I just used to watch it so much. I just loved the idea of beauty and like getting cute. I used to always like put my all into my favorite fits and stuff like that. I always take the longest to get dressed. That was always me. So I always felt like that was going to have a lot to do with the kind of person that I am meant to be, you know, the person that I am meant to be, the life that I am meant to live. So I always watched it, but of course I didn't think at the time to become a YouTuber, because being a YouTuber wasn't big then. This was like 13 years ago, 13, 14 years ago type thing. So it definitely, not 13, 14, probably like 10, 11, 12 years ago. So it definitely wasn't like, people wasn't considering themselves YouTubers at the time. It was just, you know, basically there was a time for people to basically be posting like very creativeness and stuff like that. So I got into middle school, that was when I started getting into makeup, but I wasn't like all full force like I am now. It was more so just kind of like me sneaking into my grandma's makeup and wearing it and taking it out before I got home, little stuff like that. And that's what made me really love makeup a little bit more. But like I said, as a girl and a little girl in middle school, you're not really technically able to wear makeup, and it's not just solely based upon makeup. It's just the beauty overall. Like I love catering to myself. Like I really love it a lot. So to speak back up on basically me being a very disclosed child or whatnot, a lot of people didn't know that I was capable to do a lot of things that I am capable of doing because I'm so quiet, I'm so shy. I didn't really like talking to a lot of people, family and friends. I had like a small group of friends, so a lot of people didn't know me. I wasn't popular or anything, but I just always knew. Like I didn't know exactly what it was, but it was my true purpose. Yeah, because as a child you don't know but I just always knew I'm meant to be somebody that a lot of people know. A lot of people know me for what I'm good at, whether it was singing at the time or, you know, becoming into makeup, so whatever. Fast forward into high school. Actually in ninth grade, I was still kind of like wanting to become a singer. I would participate in like little talent shows and stuff like that to, you know, try to broadcast my singing voice, but I really on some side stuff. But then like around 10th grade, that's when I kind of realized that singing really wasn't for me. It was just something that I really love to do, you know, and that's fine. You know, sometimes it just be something that you like to do. Doesn't necessarily mean it's your life. So I started realizing that, and that's when I started getting into a little bit more makeup. But I wasn't automatic like, oh, I want to be a makeup artist, or I want to do YouTube, because I didn't know. Like, I didn't really like, I knew that I liked YouTube, but I didn't know if it was for me. How I knew that I knew that it was a perfect thing for me to do is because I basically made a list of different things that I knew that I was interested in, which included singing, dancing, just different things that I like to do, most of which that nobody really knew that I knew how to do. And then I would just kind of like single down, like eliminate them based upon like things that I would do if I wasn't getting paid for it, things that I would do if no one else was watching, and things like that, you know. And then YouTube, like becoming an influencer, something that was the thing that stuck out, you know. That was the thing that I was left with, like literally left with. So I was already thinking that because of that. And then also I always family members and friends and people that I went to school with would always tell me, you need to become a YouTuber. Like you will become a YouTuber. Like, you start a YouTube channel because you're so talented. And like, I used to always hear these, y'all, always. So the fact that I was already thinking about it, and then also people were like pretty much suggesting it to me, it kind of made me feel like, dang, like maybe this is something that I really am supposed to be doing, you know. 11th grade came, and I remember I was in this one class. It was like a college class, and we were supposed to be doing a project on like what college we would go to. I'm totally for college for people that like it and for people that are literally meant to go. But for me, I always feel like college wasn't the route for me. I knew college wasn't the route for me. I just didn't know exactly what direction I was going for when I got out of school. So I remember doing that project, and I just picked a school. Like, I promise you, I had no interest in the project. I just didn't want to do it. So I ended up doing a music school. Like I said, I wanted to become a singer, like, you know, as a child. So I just ended up doing a singing schools, a music school. Still, I wasn't even interested in that school. I just, you know, if I was gonna say any school, it's gonna be that. That day, I remember like it was yesterday. I was just thinking like, I don't know what it is that I want to do. You know, as a student, or as a daughter, or as a child, or as, you know, just like as a teenager in general, like there's a lot of pressure on you on exactly what it is that you're going to do after school. So of course, as 11th, 12th grader, even as a 9th grader, sometimes you always have people asking you what it is exactly you're going to be doing. A lot of people just ask just to want to know what's going on in your life. A lot of people don't really care if you're going to college now. They just want to know, just to see where your mind is. So for a long time, I promise y'all, for probably like 2 whole years of me being in high school, I never had an answer. I would always just be like, I don't know. Or sometimes I would just not answer at all. I just didn't know, because I knew, like I always knew, y'all, I promise y'all, I cannot make this up. I always knew that I was not meant to go to college. Like, I was always an excellent student when it came to my grades, when it came to my behavior and everything. But I just knew college wasn't for me. I was always scared to answer the question. And then that day, I was like, that was in 11th grade. So I started, by 11th grade year, I was starting to do makeup for myself, but not really a lot of people knew that I knew how to do it, because I was only doing it at myself. And I hadn't started a YouTube channel or anything yet. So it was just something that I liked doing, you know. But then that day, I remember like, I want to become a makeup artist. Like, I was like, I'll become a makeup artist. And I remember talking to my old friend at the time, and I was telling him, and he was like, we were just like having a whole conversation on like, y'all, I know this, y'all. I know I'm meant to be a YouTuber. I know I'm meant to be an influencer. Like, and it's just that. I was a junior in high school, and I think 2017, I was a junior in high school. It was the year when I first started, was like this is like makeup, like the general idea of makeup is, that is what my life's supposed to be surrounded by. Like, that's all I used to think all the time. I used to just love makeup. I used to spend all of my money on makeup, like just on some beginner stuff. Like, I just used to love it. All the time, always tell me, you start a YouTube channel, you like you would be a YouTuber, you look like you would be a celebrity. And people used to just stay telling me this, and I used to love it, because like I said, I used to always feel like I was meant to be somebody like that. August 2018, well, not August 2018, but like a couple months before August of 2018, I told myself, I literally had a deadline of, I wanted to start YouTube before August. 2018 was when I graduated. So when I graduated, I really feel like I needed to do something because college was out of the question. I didn't participate in any of the scholarships and stuff like that. I didn't participate in any of that. I didn't even do my best on my ACT because I'm just like, it's not for me. I do not, like, it's not for me. And it's not for me because I don't want it to be for me. It's just, it's not for me. I don't think people realize this. Like, I have to do something though. I'm not just going to slack off. I'm not a believer in it. I believe that we're here for a reason. You know, we're here to, you know, live the life that God has planned for us. So I knew that I had to do something with my talent. And my talent was not only just makeup, but just being an influence for people. I always been that person that people could come to for advice and stuff. Even as a child, I used to always be that friend that everyone that I knew would always come to me and ask for advice. So that's very important as a child, you know, because everyone isn't blessed with that trait. Everyone isn't trustworthy and honest and stuff. So that has a lot to do with my future. I really do feel like. So August 2018 came. And no, before it actually came, I needed certain equipment to start it. At first, I was just saying, oh, I need a good camera. I had an iPhone 6S Plus then. So I was like, I need a good camera. So I ended up getting an iPhone 6S Plus. I know the iPhones got good camera quality, but I just kept making excuses. Then I was like, okay, I got a camera now. Now I need a light. I was like, now I need a light. Because at first, I was just using my sister's lamp. Like to see when I'm doing my video, like when I'm doing my makeup before I started YouTube channel. But she wouldn't always let me use it. So I'm like, I need a light now. And I had a job then at the time as well. So I ended up going on Amazon and I ended up purchasing a $35 ring light. It was like a very small ring light that I don't even use no more now. Then when I got that, I still was just saying like, I was just coming up with different other excuses. I was like, I really feel like I don't have everything I need to become a YouTuber. So then I just really feel like I was just, in general, just wasn't good enough. I feel like I didn't have the products as far as like the makeup products. I feel like I didn't have the best of the best. I feel like my little products from the beauty supply store wasn't gonna get it. Like, I just feel like nobody was gonna watch me. And then on top of it all, at that point, I was already watching so many people. Like, so many people was already inspiring me with their makeup tutorials and stuff like that. So I used to always ask myself, what different could I bring to the table? Like, what could little old me do to make a difference? Like, I used to always ask myself like that, was I even good enough to be a difference? So that was my main thing. You know, that was the real reason why I was always making excuses of why I couldn't start. So August 2018 came, I still hadn't started. You guys know, because I didn't start my first video until last year, 2019. So I just came up with different excuses. And that whole midst of time, I would always say that I was going to start, I was going to do a video, and I had never did. And then, like, the real problem of it all was that I always just feel like I wasn't good enough. I just felt like everyone couldn't do the same things. But I definitely don't think that way now. And then fast forward to May, when I made my first video. I actually was supposed to do another video for my first video, but I ended up stopped recording because I got so discouraged. I was like, this is not good enough to be my first video. It had never made it to YouTube, basically. So then I was just like, what could my first video be? Like, I didn't know what my first video could be because I didn't want it to be something like regular and ordinary, like an introduction. Like, introduction, nobody even know me. Like, how am I do an introduction? Nobody even asked who I was. So I didn't want to do an introduction. I was like, what could it be? Like, I wanted to be something good for my first video. So I did an eyebrow tutorial because I feel like I was pretty good at doing eyebrows at that time. So I did it. I was very bored. So like, I was very bored. Like, if I wasn't bored, I probably would have never even started that day. I was like, I'm gonna do a YouTube video. And if y'all would have saw my setup, like how everything was set up, y'all would have been like, this is dedication. Like, this is finally you, like, not procrastinating, not hesitating or stuff, because I just put something together. And as y'all see, like, if y'all go back to my first video, like, the whole setup, like how close to the camera I was and everything, it wasn't well thought out of. But that's not the thing. That's not the moral. You know, you just start. It doesn't matter how you start, as long as you start, you know. Because if I would have never started then, I would never be this confident to be able to talk about it now, you know. Like, literally ever since then, I was always like very excited. Like, I think the next day, probably not the exact next day, I don't think, but I think it was like not too long after it, I started like just recording. I was just always recording. That's how I knew that it was something that I would never get tired of, something I was meant to do, because I never get tired of doing it. Like, I never feel like this is not for me. Once I started doing it, once I first posted my first video, I never thought for a minute this was something I wasn't supposed to be doing. I no longer thought that people wouldn't like me because it was too many people doing the same things that I wanted to do. I stepped onto this platform just wanting to be me, you know. I think that's why it becomes so easy for me to just wing it out. You know, I gotta do what I gotta do because I know regardless, I'm being me and I love myself. So I know that with me loving myself, I know that the people on YouTube are gonna love me as well, you know. And it's only been a year, but like y'all can clearly tell everything has changed about my YouTube channel for the good. You know, the way I am confident talking on camera, because anyone who really knows me knows that I can be very shy, you know, and I'm an introvert at heart. I'm a huge introvert. So the fact that I've been able to just branch out and just become so much more confident in myself, like it just shows me on so many levels why YouTube is for me. So it's more than just sitting around doing videos all day. It's more than just looking cute when you put makeup on. It's just allowing it to be your happy place, like the fact that you are happy. I'm happy every time I do videos. You guys can see it. I'm very happy. I'm happy that I don't have to be in a situation where I'm not really supposed to be in. I'm happy that I don't have to go to college. I can literally just be known for my talent and my creativity and stuff. I'm happy that I don't have to be working for somebody else, because YouTube is what makes me happy. And I'm not even getting paid on here at the moment, and that's totally fine with me. You know, I'm 19 years old. I'm still young. So I know that with just me continuing to post and me continuing to be me, it's going to take me so far. It's already taken me so far. Like, I've been exposed to so much, and like I've just become a better person of myself since I've started. And that's why I don't ever see myself ever letting up, ever giving up, because not even just YouTube, but just being able to be an influence to people that I don't know, people that I do know, people that I grew up with, people that I like no longer are like real close with. Like I'm able to be an inspiration to people that I didn't even know existed. I love that. You know, it's beyond the likes, it's beyond the views. It's more so like people love it. And at one point I feel like people wasn't going to love me. And now just to see like how my channel is just growing, like I know for a fact this is something that I am meant to do, y'all. Like, you can clearly tell between the people that only do it for the money and people that do it because it's strictly something they're supposed to be doing, because I'm doing it with no money involved. Like, I haven't even seen a cent from YouTube, and I still love doing it. I get on this camera and I act as if I'm getting paid for it at the end of the day, and I'm not. And I'm just so happy that my channel is growing. And to sum it all up, like the moral of this story or whatever, is just if you're wanting to start a YouTube channel, start it. And it can just be anything. You don't even have to be YouTube. Anything that you're thinking about doing, do it. What are you waiting for? Like, what are the odds? Like, what could go wrong? I said before, if I had never started, I wouldn't be able to talk about it right now. Never have built that courage and that motivation and that drive and that discipline or whatever to start the very first video, I wouldn't have been 54 videos after. And I just want to let anyone that is like, you know, you don't have to be in the same exact situation that I was in, but just the fact that you kind of pretty much have the same mindset for the most part. You're just thinking about doing something. It can be starting your own business or going to school or going to college. You don't know how other people will react, or you don't know if anybody's going to love it, if anybody's going to agree with the situation. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's about what makes you happy. If I would have followed what other people wanted me to do, if I would have been stuck on other people supporting me and other people loving what I did and stuff, I would have been in college right now. I would have been in a dorm, very, very unhappy, you know, stressing just because I knew it wasn't where I was supposed to be. Or I would have been still working at a regular job and just, you know, I'm getting paid, but I'm not really happy. So it's all about what makes you happy, you guys. Stop letting people try to make you feel like YouTube isn't a job and YouTube isn't a career. YouTube is everything. If you make it's a way for you to be able to express yourself, and when you feel like no one else is listening. As a child, I don't care what no one says. Like, children go through these feelings and things in times where they feel like no one is listening to them, and that's why a lot of children are very disclosed and very like reserved and just quiet and stuff. That's why a lot of people do start YouTube channels, because they are able to create relationships and friendships with people that didn't know existed. And a lot of times those would be the people that show the most support and show the most love. So I get on here and sometimes in my makeup motivation videos, if you guys haven't checked those out, I make sure to include in every one of those videos that a lot of times the support and the love won't come from people that you know. Sometimes, and most of the time, it will come from everyone that you don't know. So you will never know who is really waiting for you. until you go out and do it. Like really almost every girl on YouTube is doing fashion and hair videos and stuff. I thought for the longest that nobody was gonna watch me because there was already too many people with millions of subscribers doing the exact same thing that I wanted to do. But all I did was did it. And to know that my channel has grown so much, like not even on a view count or a likes count, anything, just the fact that I have grown to be such a powerful and such a confident person in the way I talk to others and the way that I may be able to defend myself and everything, like it's worth it. It's worth, you know, not going to college, to be honest. It's worth not having a degree. It's worth not being like everyone else that's my age. It's worth it because at the end of the day, I am happy. And I could cry right now, actually. Like it's a good day for me. Like I woke up this morning listening to my motivation for the day and stuff, and this just lets me know that, you know, I was very troubled last year because I just feel like I had to rush everything, and like I was already ready for millions of views and stuff like that, and I still haven't reached millions of views yet. But in reality, like starting a YouTube channel definitely taught me about patience. You cannot just want things to happen and it's just gonna happen in your favor. Like you have to really wait and, you know, really be patient for your turn because it's going to come. It's going to come. You just have to work towards it. Like all I can really do every day is do a video. It's all I am in control of doing. Everything else comes from the people that see your hard work, you know. So, and most importantly, be you. You know, you will never know exactly what it is that you're supposed to be doing if you don't take time out of your life to really focus on you and understand and realize the things that you love to do. It was how I figured out that YouTube and just being an influencer and, you know, inspiring people was what I'm supposed to be doing, because I knew that I would do this with no money involved, and I'm doing it with no money involved. Like I'm doing it with no money involved and still not asking people for nothing. Like I don't ask people for nothing unless it's like a share or a like or a repost or watch my video. I don't ask people for no type of money for anything. So I'm genuinely happy doing this stuff. I'm genuinely happy, and I cannot wait to see how far I will come a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, because I'm gonna still do it regardless. And I just, you know, I hope that, like I said, most importantly, this video is extremely inspirational to anyone that is wanting to start anything, wanting to accomplish anything. Do it. What are you waiting for? Like, the only thing that you'll be losing and giving up on is your happiness if you don't do it. If you know that thing is going to genuinely make you happy, do it. Because it's not up to no one else. And at the end of the day, people are going to judge regardless. You're 17 years old and you want to start a YouTube channel, but you're scared your parents not going to accept it because you aren't going to college and becoming a doctor that they want you to become. That's fine, because at the end of the day, is what makes you happy. If they really love you and if they really care for you, they're going to want you to do things that make you happy. So I'm happy if you are happy, and that's the point of me making these YouTube videos, this YouTube channel. The whole reason behind my YouTube channel is to allow others to be happy and to just be able to inspire people, whether it's through a makeup tutorial or whether it's through, it could be anything that I post. Regardless, every video I try to just inspire people to just go after your dreams, chase after your dreams. And with me continuing to be me, starting off by being me and continuing to be me, it's going to take me so far. It's already taken me far, and it's going to continue to take me far. And that's just the moral, and that's just the end of this video, actually. And I guess it's going to be a long video, but that's fine because I like videos like this. I like videos where I'm able to really, like, not have a script, and I can actually talk about things that are from the heart. Like, this is not scripted. Like, this is just me being genuine and me being real with me and me being real with you guys as well. And I know that's the reason why my channel has grown, because I'm so interested. I'm interested, and I'm just funny, of course. I'm cute, period. And I'm real. That's the most important thing. I'm real. And I love myself. So I know that the people that watch me love me as well. That's the end of this video. I said that already, but that's the end of this video, and I hope you guys liked it. If you do like it, please make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notifications so that you guys never miss any more uploads, and follow me on both of my Instagram spaces by Portia and _beauty by Portia. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.